There's a pretty steep learning curve. It's not that easy to play right out of the box. It takes a little bit of time, the ball is smaller, it takes some time. So one of the really cool things about the open curriculum is in the round net module, we have built several different lead-up games, okay? Technically, it is a middle school module. Realistically, could you have upper elementary students play it? Absolutely you could, especially the lead-up games. The full game, you probably have to modify it a little bit, add a bounce, something like that, but you could totally get it done, and obviously high schoolers like it as well. I highlight that point because I don't want you to get stuck in the mind frame of, oh, this is a 3 through 5 elementary game, there's no way anyone else could play it at any other grade level. It is not true. I teach high school and I do a lot of these activities as warm-ups on different days just to mix up content with my high school students, and they love them, okay? So the first activity that I want to show you is an activity that's called selfie spikes, okay? Selfie spikes. So if you have ever played spike ball before, one of the basic movements is the overhand hit or the spike. Can I have somebody come out, give me a hand real quick? Just need one. I need an adult for this one, just a demo. Not one person? Oh my goodness, don't be ashamed of yourself. Thank you so much. Primarily. I'm not, no. So, the selfie spikes, right? Selfie spikes is one of our lead-up games just to get kids used to hitting the ball overhand and striking it, right? So, one of the really great equipment workarounds with the round net module is spike ball's great stuff, but if you don't have the money for it, like I don't have the money in my budget for Chicago Public Schools to buy a bunch of these sets, so hula hoops, avoid high bouncies. Another great thing is when you buy a spike ball set, it comes with 3 balls, 1 net. Just use hula hoop for the other 2. It's not perfect. You could take lines on the floor, but it works, right? It's a good workaround for those of you that have a lot of kids and not a lot of money. So I'll use a hula hoop to demonstrate here. So in selfie spikes, basically all you're doing is the student gets a partner, they are just getting used to hitting the ball overhand down. So all they're doing is serving it up to yourself, spiking it, trying to make it land in there, and the other player goes, right? Pretty simple. Called selfie spikes. You'll go for a little while. One of the cool things about the open curriculum is that there are all sorts of sort of paper pieces, little supplemental materials where kids have targets that they can go for, they can get 10, and so on and so on and so on, right? So let's say hypothetically, we have played for a little bit. The next challenge up at the varsity level, if you will, that's the way it's kind of framed, is we'll put a poly spot in there, and we're aiming for that, so we can get a point when we hit it. Okay, pretty simple, called selfie spikes. Also just to demonstrate on an actual spike ball net. These work really well too. Nice and bouncy. I need a little bit tighter, but. So basically that's it. That's called selfie spikes. Okay, so what I'd like to do when I say go is I'm going to set up a bunch of courts. Kids, you can come out too. And you'd also want to play as well. We're going to set up a bunch of courts, so you need a partner, 1 ball,